here with more. FBI Director Kash Patel. Director, why don't you walk us through, you were in that room that night, you were mentioned in the manifesto. If you want to delve into that, that's up to you. But more importantly, I was speaking to somebody close to you. Within minutes, you were in the room with the perpetrator. And why don't you walk us through that process?
Sean, it's great to be with you. And yeah, we were in the room, as many others were, and we wanted to ensure that the room was safe and secure before people started departing. As people started departing, it was my job to ensure the Attorney General and senior leadership in Congress were safely secure in a hold room just outside of the ballroom area, which we have in these types of situations set up on purpose. And then my job was to get into the next room and get on the comms with the teams, and the radios were working in the basement there, thankfully. So we were able to confirm that the subject had been detained by the brave men and women of the Secret Service. The next step was to make sure there was a mode of egress to safely evacuate all of the civilians from the facility. So we led them out to the street. And also, as you know, Sean, and everybody else knows, cell phone coverage in that building is not great. And so we were able to immediately get on our phones and call for standing up of our National Crisis Coordination Center, which we immediately did, enable our mobilized command units to come onto the scene, and also stand up our command center at WFO, our Washington field office, and immediately deploy assets. And I met our evidence response technicians and our WFO SWAT teams and federal agents and intel analysts on the scene, where we stayed with the perpetrator for some time, and capturing photograph, removing the shell casings, taking the proper precautions with the firearms, and making sure that evidence was immediately sent to our laboratories in Quantico. That was just the beginning of a very long evening, but I think President Trump set the proper tone despite all the rhetoric that's been thrown his way at the press room just later that evening, where I joined him, where he said he called for unity. President Trump has assembled the greatest law enforcement team in the history of America, as evidenced by the monumental reduction in crime. And I have full confidence that they will continue to deliver for him. And that's the message we're carrying to the American people. This FBI acted expeditiously, just like the Secret Service, just like the Department of Homeland Security Metropolitan Police, without regard for their life, showed up on scene, settled the scene, captured the evidence, and also launched a nationwide investigatory process stretching from California to New London, Connecticut, and in between.
This is the first assassination attempt while you were director of the FBI. And I know it's not under the purview. The Secret Service, Department of Homeland Security, they are in charge of the Secret Service. The issue of funding is a whole different, issue we can talk about. Did you get a chance early on to talk to this individual? Can you talk about that?
So what I can say without, we want to maintain the integrity of the investigation. Obviously, the individual is charged today. You saw that at the press conference with the Attorney General, myself, and Janine Pirro. The FBI was the ones that transported him via ambulance to a hospital where further questioning was conducted. We're always looking to lawfully obtain information. That's why the FBI immediately launched teams to Los Angeles to interview his family, and also New London, Connecticut, where we obtained valuable information. We also dispatched fixed-wing aircraft across the country to transport any evidence and devices that were collected in the home to be immediately exploited by our technicians back here in Washington and down at Quantico. We did the same with the cell phone captured on the person of the individual, of the perpetrator, on that evening, to gain access into his phone lawfully, utilizing all methods, including search warrants provided to us by our great partners at the Department of Justice. And you know what, Sean? It's a good time to talk about funding. How about we pay these brave men and women of the Secret Service that have gone 70 days without pay, but are still putting their lives on the line day in and day out to protect the American people, to protect the president, to protect us, and to protect everybody in that ballroom. It's not about politics. We should be paying the men and women of law enforcement. President Trump has resourced law enforcement to the maximum ability of the law. He has backed the blue every inch of the way, and now we need Congress to pony up and pay these brave warriors. They're going without paychecks, but they're still showing up. I have every confidence in Secretary Mullen, the director of the Secret Service. They've been tremendous partners. I've stood shoulder to shoulder with them in many tragic situations, and they've always risen to the occasion.
All right, FBI Director Kash Patel, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you. All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with Me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.